Sunday night, we'll see the celebrities back on the rink. And with 3 contestants already hanging up their skates, things are getting serious.
One skater taking it very seriously is former Olympian Colin Jackson, but after last weekend's icy samba failed to impress the public, can he back up the leaderboard after last weekend's skate-offs? Take a look.
Rock to the east, rock to the west, she's the girl that I love best to the blue.
I loved your performance, Colin. I didn't know you had it in you. That was great.
You were concentrating about what you were doing skating, and I could see it in the face.
I thought you did a great job tonight, man.
You did the best forward inside edge going into the chop tour than anybody tonight.
The samba, Colin Cabrera, is meant to be a dance party, and I felt that you brought that to the ice night.
Colin and Cabrera, you are in tonight's skate-off.
I'm going to say Colin and Cabrera.
Colin and Cabrera.
Colin and Cabrera.
Colin and Cabrera skate into Valentine's Week. Well done.
And Colin joins us now. Hey, champ, how's it going?
I'm really well, Dermot. Hi, Alison. How are you guys
Colin.
doing well?
I get really
so
confused.
good
We
to
did this
see
with Jason Donovan last week. The clips we show are people saying really nice things about you, and the same with Jason last week.
Yeah.
And then you end up in the skate-off. So
I don't
how
understand
come?
it.
What went wrong last week?
Do you know what? It was such a tight competition last week. I think I was ranked 7th on the leaderboard, and I was only 3 points from being on top of the leaderboard. That's how tight the competition is. So, you know, it's all to play for at this moment in time, and anybody at any particular stage could be in the bottom too. So it's always nerve-wracking.
You know what I noticed when I was watching you, Colin? I actually noticed the parts when you were actually on the side supporting everybody else. You are so enthusiastic and you are genuinely loving watching all the other skaters, and you're so positive. Is that real? Is there no competition? Do you just want everyone to do really well?
Do you know what? I think it's because we've all kind of been learning from the very beginning that essence. And so you've watched everybody improve. So when you see them do a trick that they've been working on, you kind of generally go, yes, what, you've done it. Well done, well done. So there's that little bit of excitement and enthusiasm. And sometimes I have to control it. I have to contain it because I've got to perform myself as well.
But I guess, Colin, as an athlete, you must kind of... I know it's a very... singular discipline, and you know you've got to focus and stuff. But when you go away with the rest of Team GB back in the day, they're your family, that's your team. So you must miss that camaraderie so much.
Yeah, and we all feel literally that we're upset that we can't bond as a real cast in that sense. You know, we're all slightly distanced. Some people are all over the place, and you know, I mean, we're all in little individual dressing rooms, and nobody's allowed in. So you do miss that genuine camaraderie of a show like this. But you know what? We're here to entertain the audience. We're trying our very best to do that, and I can tell you now, Love Week is no exception. There are some very, very funny things you'll see.
Well, listen, last week John Barrowman said he wants to see the bum tucked. For me, that's just he just wants to see more of the Jackson, and who wouldn't? This guy knows who he's talking to. This is the championship. This is 12 seconds, 0.91. This guy is in for a ticket. What is he talking about?
Exactly. Look, there he is. Look at him. Look at him.
But you know, Alison, I understand what he means when he says that, because my posture itself is more sticking that way more than coming that way. So of course I've got to stand up a little bit taller and really just tuck me bum in a little bit. But you know what? I was hoping he wouldn't be able to see it when I was doing something like the samba. But he
notices that. Barrowman notices everything. I mean, that salsa was absolutely brilliant. I just loved it, and that was right up your street, wasn't it? That was totally up your street.
I loved it. The energy of the dance. I loved throwing Cabrera around all over the place. We were generally smiling at each other. There was no, there was no need to do a smiley performance because we were just having a great time along with that dance. And I think for me, that's what we hope that the audience can see, well, we were having a good time as well.
Yeah. You're having a great time with her, aren't you, Cabrera? That's the first year, I think, isn't it?
Yes, Cabrera's first year on Dancing on Ice here, and she's thoroughly enjoying it as well. Teaching me, apparently I'm quite a good student. I don't frustrate her too much, apparently.
That doesn't surprise me. It doesn't, in all seriousness, because you've got this, you know, you're an Olympic athlete. You've got discipline. You understand sacrifice and all those things, you know?
Yeah, I think the discipline side of it is really important because you've got to be able to take criticism from your professional partner and understand it's not a really personal criticism.
Yeah.
It's just about she's trying to improve your skating skill and your performance. And why wouldn't you want to improve my skating skill when I'm going to take you perhaps nearly 7 foot up in the air? You need to understand that my feet are steady, right?
Yeah. And Colin, how does the discipline differ? I know, look, it's a bit of fun, and of course you're a competitive guy and you want to win. But how does it compare to being an athlete in how intense it is? Because, you know, you were on top as an athlete, 110-metre hurdles for an awful long time. You were #1 in the world. You won 2 world championships, silver at the
You're still
Olympics.
#1 in my eyes, babes.
So, you know, how does it compare in terms of... in terms of, you know, I'm just looking at you now. I'm just zoning out. I'm just going, wow, look at that technique, man. And the dip, and the dip.
But no, I know what you mean. I know exactly what you mean. And do you know what the thing is you've got to understand, you've got to go back to the beginning. And I think, you know, when you retire as an athlete, you retire on top of your game. You know what you're doing. You're the one that people are looking out for. Whilst here, you've really got to go back to the beginning and remember what it's like, you know, being a learner, a beginner.
Yeah.
So you've got to take yourself out from being a little bit like, well, I know everything that needs to be known about skating, to absolutely know nothing. And I have to go through this whole process very steadily.
Yeah. And what we got coming up this weekend? What can we expect?
Well, you know, it's a love weekend. It's Valentine's Day on Sunday,
Yeah,
and we're
playing
dancing.
someone. Darcy.
Well, yeah, Pride and Prejudice is our theme. So watch this space. I may not have bald hair. That's all I'm saying.
The first time in a long time.
Colin, honestly, you're doing such a brilliant job. We're so excited to see you on Sunday. 6 p.m, ITV, Dance on the Ice continues. Thank you for joining us, Colin.
Thanks, Colin. Great
Thanks,
sport.
guys.
Oh, he's
Lovely talking to you.
amazing.